Hi chums. I was standing in the garden there a few minutes ago and I thought that's beautiful light, but of course when you go and get the camera then the light all goes away. But sure, I'll show you what I've done this last couple of days. I've been really busy and it's been very warm, so I'll just spin it around. I see up in here, I got my grass cut today. Up in here the light was really beautiful, but it's gone now. Anyway, over to here. These two beds here and the two at the back, the one at the back, still not done because I've been doing other stuff, and that can wait until it's not as hot. We have been getting up into over 110 degrees here this last few days, and it's been absolutely brutal. And of course I've worked in the greenhouse the whole time. These bags here, the tomato planter bags, those are for my squashes and pumpkins, because I put the squashes and pumpkins in there every year and they don't do very well, and I've been doing a bit of hoking about in there and it's very dry because of these trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them into these planters where I'll be able to make sure they're watered and give them plenty of nutrients and stuff. And I'm going to put the planters out here where they're facing south and get sun for most of the day, so that should do good. Eric, sorry mate, this was your bed and there's a fleece over it, and I kept saying there's nothing in there. Now today I noticed the cat had been lying in here, just along the side here, and when I lifted the fleece, the cat had actually made a hole in the fleece down here at this edge and was getting in, and you would have thought there had been 500 fights inside that bed. There was compost everywhere. She had had a great time in the dust, so I'm sorry all your outside stuff got lost, but it's not a complete disaster. There's more inside. Potatoes, aren't the potatoes doing fantastically well? I'm really happy about those. And tonight, these peas, I used a packet of peas from last year, Hearst Green Chef, which were very good, and I had a spare packet and I used those, but I didn't store them properly because they didn't, only one seed in the entire packet germinated. So I got another packet of the same, what do you call them things, peas. I got another packet of the same type, and I have soaked them overnight last night and put them in tonight, so hopefully that'll do okay. That's carrots, cabbages, beetroots are coming up, and more cabbages up there. The beans are coming on grand. The strawberries, I'll come back to the strawberries in a minute. What do you call those things? Those are onions. The onions are doing great. If the cats would stay out. I'm making up Dan's garlic potion, which does seem to keep things off, so it's brewing at the moment. Look at the size of the garlic now. That's about 3 feet, 4 feet off the ground, with 3 feet in the bed probably. Isn't it fantastic? But look at the thickness of this here. Look at that stalk there. Isn't that unbelievable? So I'm very pleased. Now Cooper in Nova Scotia, NS, great channel folks, I'll put a link down below. He was showing his garlic and he was having the same issue as me, with 2 stalks and 3 stalks, and there's another 2 there, and I've never had this before. Now interestingly, the only ones that have split were the ones that I put out in the winter time. There's another one, look, there's one with 3 stalks on it there. These are the ones that were put out for winter, these 2 rows. And these 2 rows are the ones that were kept inside in the greenhouse, and they haven't split. So I don't know what it is. And like Cooper NS, I know for sure I put 1 clove into each spot. So I don't know what the issue is. Maybe it gets so cold that they split, makes the bulb split more. But it's saying that it wasn't very cold here this year. So I don't know what the solution to that problem is. Maybe somebody can help us out. Strawberries, look at this here. Look at the flowers and that there. Now, they're all the same, you know. I checked on one of the plants. On this plant here, there's 60 flowers. I'm just counting 5, 10, 15. Not every one. On this plant here is 110. On this plant here is 120 flowers. And I didn't even bother counting the small ones. So it's going to be another big, huge harvest this year. I hope. And the potatoes over here are doing grand as well. And there's, look, there's the spare strawberries that I threw in just to have as spares for people, and they're flowering away, so looking good. I'll just run over here when I'm at it. Loads and loads of marigolds all the way down there, and these are potatoes obviously along the back here, and I've got more marigolds along here. I would use quite a few marigolds whenever I get the bed set up, and then I'll start putting marigolds in to try and deter some of the bad insects and attract pollinating insects. So there we are, folks. That's we are. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get this done. It's to rain possibly tonight or tomorrow, which will cool things down. It's about 25 degrees at the moment, which I don't know what time it is, about 8:30 at night, and it's about 25 degrees, which is west 70s something, so it's warm, you know, it's warm. So there we are. And then in here, these are Eric. Anything you see with one of these white tags, it says there's Eric Strato d'Italia, and then Eric white cherry tomatoes, and then there's a red pear, and then there's another white cherry and a red pear. And I'm doing little tests with these. I've got a couple of different mixes, and there's a Roma Golden there. Right, this is where I've been really busy, folks. Look at that lettuce there, isn't that fantastic? Those ones come on really well. So spot the difference, folks. I've been kind of busy. Start here. Tomatoes, those are 4 of Eric's tomatoes. There's Brandywine yellow, red, and no, Roma Golden and Roma Golden there. So those are up on a little sort of platform just to keep them in the light, and then as they grow I'll drop them down because of that wall thing. So they're doing okay. I'll stake them later on. I've got a tray of gardeners, money makers down there to give to somebody. Courgettes, look, these were put into the pots temporarily. You can actually see these courgettes growing. Every time you come down to the greenhouse they're half an inch longer. Then I've got Lucciola, and these little, I'm trenching some of the tomatoes, and then this one here I've got Lucciola and I've buried that one, so just to see what difference there is. And then along here we've got Eric again, white cherry, and then we've got another one here, red pear. Now I don't know if these are supposed to be outside or not. I looked it up on the internet, and some places said keep them inside, some said put them out somewhere warm. So I'm going to keep them inside because it's not very, we can't grow tomatoes outside very well. The only one does well here is Red Alert. And then this is another one here, Moneymaker, which is an old favourite, and Moneymaker there, and Gardener's Delight there, and Gardener's Delight there. And then back to Eric again. I'm getting good value out of these seeds, Eric, I wonder. There's a lemon cucumber, so we've got 2 of those. And we almost had a disaster because initially I had 2 Strato d'Italia courgettes in there. I mixed the labels up, but we got it sorted. And then over here, there's the corn, folks. It's about 6 to 8 inches high and looking pretty healthy, so I'm happy. These are sunflowers here, those tall ones, and then these are all gourds. I've got at the back, I've got snake gourds there, hedgehog gourds there, snake gourds and speckled swan there, and caveman's club there. So we'll be interested to see what those are like. I've given some of those up to the primary school up the road there, for the kids to see what if they enjoy them in probably August, autumn time. They'll enjoy them then, so we'll put them in now for them. And then I've got just some peppers left over. I managed not to do too much stuff this time, because I've always had far too much, and I also, instead of doing a 3rd transplant for people I give tomatoes to, I did a 2nd, and then I moved the stuff out and let them take care of their own tomatoes, because I just simply did not have room. And normally in here you would have seen all the rows and rows of beans all along here. No beans in yet. I'm going to plant those straight into the ground. So we've got, back at the back, you've got a little test between Livingston's and B&Q, which is a big box store. B&Q Compost got a Which Best Buy. Which magazine is a consumer magazine, and they gave Which B&Q Compost a Best Buy. So I'm interested to see, because it's half the price of the stuff beside it. So we'll see how it goes. And then back to Eric again. Oh, this is Eric as well. These are Eric's courgettes here. That one there is called, that's courgette zucchini, the one we all know and love. And then back here we've got hold, there's something wrong here. Lemon cucumber. Yes, those are a different cucumber there. Emile. Those are cucumber Emile. That's what it is. I thought I made a mistake there. That's okay. Those are Emile, and those are lemon cucumbers, because I had 3 of those and 2 of the other. Yeah, there's the little tag there. It came out of the box, so I'm okay. That's grand. Oh, right. I knew there was something wrong with that. I just couldn't get it, and I've been working all day, and I didn't even notice I had 2 lemon cucumbers. Back to Eric again. We've got cayenne, which I pruned, and a cayenne, which I didn't prune. So this is to try and keep Praxis happy, because he prunes, and some people say don't prune, some say do prune, but I do agree with him in the sense that it does make him more, I think it makes a more compact, stable plant. So we'll try that. California Wonder pruned. Eric again, these are from Eric, and California Wonder not pruned. This is my last year. I never say never. I think this is my last year. If I don't do the California Wonder this year, I'm finished. So, and the other plants you see here, these are marigolds dotted about the place just to bring in sort of little pollinators for the tomatoes and to keep out tomato fly. So, I've also given everything about twice as much space this year. I've tried to reduce the number of tomatoes and flowers and stuff and peppers and stuff to try to keep the light right, you know. And then over here, these are another tray of little lettuces, which are lovely. More courgettes there. And then I've got these over here. These are my young cousins, or my cousins' children's pumpkins. And there's Atlantic pumpkin and jack-o'-lantern pumpkins there. So we're all going to have a competition, and those are going to go into the grow bags. And then Dan in Allotment Diaries got me going the leeks this way. So this is a fish box. And these are some chicken nuggets or something come in, and I got those as well and drilled holes in the bottom. And they seem to be doing a good job for the leeks. And I just every so often I thin out the weak ones to leave more room. So they'll be ready for going out, I don't know, sometime. But when Dan puts his out, I'll put mine out. And then we've got just some spare tomatoes along the back here, which will be moved out. And then the new thing for this year is our tumbler tomatoes. We've got 4 tumbler tomatoes, sorry, 5. But this one's going to be given away. I'm going to give this one to Desi, I think, and let him try it. So that's it. So from here, from the door from here, just a wee sort of panoramic view of the greenhouse to let you see it. I'm quite pleased with this actually. And then back up this way, and that's all systems go now. So I'll just go down here and let you see it from the other end. What length is this video now? 13 minutes. Oh, I'm really torturing you tonight. Right. So, there you go, folks. And that's where we are with the greenhouse. So, a lot of work, and hopefully it'll be worth my while. It's been very hot here. Very hot. I'll just look at the maximum temperatures up here for you and see what they are. I can't get the camera, maybe can't get the camera in. Yeah, it's 47 degrees, 108 degrees Fahrenheit, and 22 degrees, 71 now. And the lowest was 2.6, but that's from like a couple of weeks ago. So it's warm, it's very warm. So there you are, folks, there's sunset starting. And it'll go on for another couple of hours yet. It gets dark around about 10:30 at the moment, but you can see the stretch in the nights and not just getting completely black again, you know.